Hello, this is Dr. Dawn Marie. Today I'm doing a video on homeschooling in Barbados because I'm frequently asked by parents what the process is for gaining permission to homeschool in Barbados. And the Education Act of Barbados makes provision for homeschooling. In Part 4 of the Education Act, attendance of pupils at schools, in Section 42, exemptions from compulsory school attendance, it says that a child of compulsory school age may be exempted from compulsory attendance at school on any of the following grounds. And then it gives a list of the grounds. And the second one, item B, says the child is receiving instruction at home in a manner and to a standard satisfactory to the minister. And the way that we gained permission for our 4 sons, our eldest is in college, our 2 middle sons are high school age, our youngest son is elementary school age. And the way that we gained permission to homeschool them, and we've homeschooled from the beginning with them, is that we called the Ministry of Education and asked them what we needed to do to receive permission. And they directed us to write a letter requesting permission to homeschool them, to include in the letter the name of the curriculum that we would be using, copies of the scope and sequence or the table of contents of the various books in the curriculum of our choice, to also obtain a copy of the government's attainment targets and to include in the letter that we were in possession of the government's attainment targets. We also were asked to include our background as parents, what our fields of study were, what areas of expertise and experience we have. So we included that in the letters. And then we also included what the children would be doing for extracurricular activities, for sports and for music. With our eldest son, we submitted the request for him when he approached compulsory school age. It was maybe a couple of weeks that we heard back from the Ministry of Education granting us permission in writing. Then with our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we were invited in for an interview. Once we had submitted the request to homeschool, they, I think, called us and invited us in to an interview. And so we went in and had an interview, I believe, with the senior education officer or the chief education officer of the curriculum department. I think that's how it was worded. Very pleasant interview we had each time. They were interested in what we were doing in homeschooling and how we were finding the journey thus far with each son that we started to homeschool, and it just was a great experience and chat with them. And after that interview, we then received permission in writing for each of those sons to homeschool. And again, the permission came quite quickly. It didn't take long at all. And so we have been homeschooling right through. The ministry has respected our priorities as parents and our approach to homeschooling as parents. I think once they vetted us, they were satisfied that we were going to do a responsible job in homeschooling our children. And they have respected our approach in homeschooling. So it's been a very good experience for us. We, like I said, have a son in university, and his transition from homeschool to university was seamless, and he received a scholarship. A friend of ours who is homeschooling, she was with us from the beginning as well, homeschooling her children. Her eldest son is now in university overseas, and again, he has received a scholarship, and his entrance to university was pretty seamless as well, from what I understand. And then there was another mom who was homeschooling with us in those early days, and she homeschooled right through as well, and she chose a different track, while myself and the first homeschool mom, the other homeschool mom, we selected North American curriculum. This other mother chose local and Caribbean textbooks as the way that she would homeschool her children, and her son has entered tertiary education seamlessly as well. So we've had really good experiences with homeschooling in Barbados, and as moms we have had the freedom and as families, not just moms, because the dads have been involved, we have had the freedom to choose the curriculum that we've seen fit, and we've had the freedom to create homeschool co-ops and collaborate on certain things as homeschool families and to work independently as we saw fit. And it has been a wonderful experience because it has allowed us to design academic experiences for our children that work for them. And it has been a pleasure to watch them progress and even now be in college and university, and the transition be such a smooth one. So homeschooling in Barbados is legal, and homeschooling in general is doable and is a very worthwhile option to investigate to see if it's a good fit for your family. So I hope that information helps today. God bless you. Bye-bye.